up, guys? Welcome back to Live Travel Asia, where we show you what it's like living and traveling in Asia. So right now we're at Suvarnabhumi Airport, which is actually quite rare for us because we're always going on Air Asia and low budget airlines. But we are going to Taiwan and we decided to pay a little bit more to get on China Airlines. Chinese, no Thai people, he said. You speak Chinese, huh? Well, you have to speak Chinese to sell out here. So many Chinese people buying. That's how you make money. As far as how long it took us to get through, it was pretty fast. We got here around 6:45 and right now it's 7:24. As far as Suvarnabhumi Airport, the only difference as far as what we experienced with Dam Wong is that when I'm trying to get a re-entry permit,
we're stuck in immigrations right now. I don't know what's going on.
I get it before the customs officer, but still after security check. And then they charge an extra 200 baht here because there's actually like a private company that does like the photo and the documentation process. But whatever, it is what it is. And it was probably a lot smoother and faster. He's trying out the free samples. So now we have all this time to like try out free stuff. I mean, Suvarnabhumi is like one of the really bigger airports. There's a lot of cool things to see, to shop. I don't think the prices are really that great here, but you know, if you have some time, you can chill. Bless myself.
Korean mother of the perfume.
Korean butter. Oh, it says for women. I was just about to spray. Oh, it smells so good. Okay.
Oh my god.
I actually like the women's one.
He's showering it now. Yeah.
Anyways, let's see how China Airlines is.
Your seat is equipped with a seatbelt, based on CAA regulations.
Okay guys, so we just arrived at Taipei Taiwan Airport. I believe that's how you say it. Yeah, we're heading over to immigration, but before we do that, quick impressions on the flight. What was it, Mayu?
It was good, Chinese service. you wanted to wipe your finger because of like a dirty or something?
Yeah.
We just used.
Yeah, so basically what she was talking about is the male flight attendant noticed that I wanted to wipe something off of my lap, and then he offered me a wet nap, but we found out that wet nap was actually used, so it had like a little food stain from somebody else on it, and I was like, what's going on with this? That was like the only...
Choose the place of where you want to use it. Holding.
Yeah. But his heart was in the right place, so I don't think they offered any particularly bad service, but it definitely isn't like, don't expect the level of service that you'll get like on like Korean Air, Asiana, or like ANA. I still think it's better than the level of service I get like in an American airline though. So yeah, but it's not anything particularly better than like even the budget airlines like Air Asia. Now, something that you have to put into context though is that this flight only costed about $30 more than what it would have cost for us to fly on a budget airline. So Air Asia was like only $90 to fly to Taipei, whereas China Air only costs us $120. So this includes in the flight the cost of in-flight meals, and it also includes check-in luggage. So that was why we were willing to pay the extra $30. And given that, I think you're getting what you pay for. So the food, I don't know, babe, but it wasn't particularly that good, right? But yeah. I think some people might like it, but I just sort of like fresh kind of food. So I think that's why if we do pay for like more, we generally tend to go with like a Japanese or a Korean airline just because of our preference for cuisine. But yeah, actually the food wasn't bad. I think the food was definitely on another level than low-cost airlines. They had a lot more side dishes. But other than that, there's really nothing home to write about. If you are gonna fly and you see that, you know, China Airlines is cheap and affordable, I would jump on it. Actually, there was a whole time where I wouldn't fly on Chinese airlines just because they had a bad rep, but I don't think it's particularly bad. I didn't actually know that China Airlines was Taiwanese. Just for reference for the rates here, we actually exchanged in Thailand and our rate, it was like 93. So you get significantly less here. The US dollar, that's about the same, whether or not you exchange it in Thailand or here. It's roughly about 30. Alright guys, so we are at this telecom company. It's Chunghwa Telecom. Mayu pretty much says this is the one she comes to all the time, so we decided to go, but the prices are honestly all the same. Like, we looked at a bunch. It looks like you're gonna be paying about 500 Taiwan dollars for 10 days. That's, I believe, about 14 US dollars. So it's really reasonable. They say it's 4G, unlimited. They don't throttle the speed or anything. It's just pretty much unlimited. Basically, I just show them my passport and they're gonna give me a SIM. Your phone definitely needs to be unlocked though. There's gonna be a bunch of telecommunication companies out here that offer about the same rate. That particular one, you'll see that behind me is where you arrive. You'll make a left and you'll go down the corridor to where I am, which is sort of where the departure is. It's a different setup than most airports because departure and arrival isn't on the different floors, they're on the same floor. But in between there, you'll see it, and when I was looking at it, it seemed like they're like the biggest telecom company. So yeah, I feel pretty confident buying from like the biggest one because they generally have the better networks, but I don't think you can go too wrong with any other place. Some other details I want to mention is that it was super fast. Like, while I was talking into the camera, she was already done and set up and activated my phone and everything. And it also includes 100 Taiwan dollars worth of call time, which she said was about 10 to 15 minutes. So, and the incoming calls are free. If that seems reasonable to you or cheaper than getting an international plan from the States or wherever you're coming from, then I recommend that you get it here. We're here at the Metro Easy Fly. So they're explaining to us that they do have like special edition cards that Mayu wants, but she wants different ones. And they say they have different ones at the Taipei main station. But if you get your card here and you have a credit card, you get a bit of a discount. These Easy Passes, by the way, are only 100 Taiwan dollars, which is roughly about $3. But the catch is they will give you 200 credit here. Plus, they will give you the single journey train ticket to Taipei, which is 160. So that comes out to be 460 Taiwan dollar value that you get at 440. But this little thing that we showed you, you get pineapple cake. They're really pushing this pineapple cake. And that makes it 500 Taiwan value. And you get a special discount only as a foreigner, but you have to use a credit card. Unfortunately, we can't do this because we're at the Terminal 1 and we want to go to Linkou Station because we want to go to the outlet first. So, yeah, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to pass up on the pineapple cake. Alright, so she was kind enough to just give us a free pineapple cake even though we're not gonna get this foreigner pass. And she also gave us some pointers. We didn't know, but there's actually another outlet, a bigger outlet called Gloria Outlet, but it's just sort of out of the way. One of the employees here though, the shopping expert, told us better discounts at the Link House, so that's where we're gonna go. Thank you so much again. Oh my god, guys. I just gotta say, I am just so excited to be here in this country. Everyone is so, I've never come across, I thought like Thailand is the land of smiles. People in Taiwan are so friendly. So I don't know, maybe it's because they speak English or at the airport. we'll let you know. But I'm so super hyped to be here. It was definitely a good first impression. All right, so we are at the station. This is the vending machine. It's quite simple.
Please select the
English,
destination and number of tickets.
select the destination, link
Please
out,
insert cash.
and we're gonna insert cash
Please insert cash.
based on 2 number of tickets. This is super self-explanatory, guys. Just be aware, you should do under 100 Taiwan dollars because
Please,
you're
ticket
only gonna
is
be
contained.
given coins, no
Transaction
banknotes.
completed.
All right. Scan it to enter, and then you'll insert it when you're going out, so you give it back to them. All right, guys, pretty straightforward here. You go down on the left-hand side, you're going towards Taipei, and the other one you're heading towards Zhongli. They have train stations, everything in English, Chinese, and even Korean. So I guess there's like a lot of Korean tourists here. Oh, and they have it in Japanese? Oh, okay, so that must be Japanese there. App that we're actually using is this one called Taiwan Rail. We checked out a bunch of other apps. The reason why we like this one though is it has a subway as well as a rail system on there. And once you get to the station, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just figure out which direction you're heading and the signs are very clear. Alright, so the train itself is really clean. Actually has more of like a Korean subway feel, but I haven't been to the Japanese one. What do you think? It's more Korean?
We don't have any seat like separate for one. They just flat seat. So
Oh, it's just like a flat seat. So you can push people, right? Like that little kid right there, there's a gap. I want to sit there, I can push him out of the way. Okay. Okay guys, we are in Linko Station. This is the location of the Mitsui outlet that Mayu wants to go to. By the way, it is Mayu's birthday trip, so that's why we're gonna probably do a little...
credit card time.
No, no. What the? Okay, so I gotta say this is a really beautiful city. I think it's actually much better than Korea. Okay guys, so we're now at the Taipei main station. I will have to say though that that journey from the airport to Taipei main, it might be like the most scenic subway journey I have taken. It has the feel of Seoul because it has a lot of really big rivers. But what's different is the air seems a lot cleaner. I don't really see much smog. The parks and everything, it's not full, it's not crowded at all. And the roads, I expected a lot more traffic for such a big city, but there's not much. And I think it might be because I noticed a lot of people here are on scooters. So that's probably what's keeping the roads a little bit more empty. We're now at Siemens Station, which is where we have booked our hotel for our first night. One thing that we found out though is that it's not true that you can get all the different character designs at Taipei main station for the Easy card. They only offer like the basic cards. So we're gonna have to try to find another way to get those cards. Mayu's happy because we finally found out to get it, you gotta go to a vending machine and check this out. So this is a basic Easy card, only 100, but it's a different design. Mayu, I think, wants this Hello Kitty one, and I want this Doraemon one. Oh my god! These are the coolest Metro cards. Love it. Thanks again guys for checking out this video. I know this video is more focused on a lot of information, but I am so excited. I hope you can feel I am very excited about this country, and I can tell you we had an amazing time. We saw so many sights, had so much delicious food, and I cannot even tell you or count the amount of bubble tea that we've ate and reviewed. We will bring you all of that, so stay tuned for our Taiwan series. I hope you guys subscribe if you haven't already, and check back with us next week for more vlogs about living and traveling in Asia. And I also wanted to let you guys know for our Taiwan series, I'm going to do something a little extra at the end of our vlogs where I talk about my experiences or give you a little bit more extra information that I couldn't cover in the regular body of the vlog for the purpose of, you know, keeping the vlog flowing. So this part is very supplementary. If you're the type of person that likes the 10-minute vlogs, I recommend you just click off now and wait for the next vlog. This will just be primarily for those people who are more interested in actually going to Taiwan and want a bit more in-depth information about our experiences there.
Previously.
Alright guys, so I wanted to really quickly comment the interesting interaction I had with the immigration custom officer. Basically, a random person called me over and said, come here. And I'm like, oh shit, am I in trouble? Because she wasn't the one in my line. And then automatically she says, can I have your camera? And I'm like, oh. And then she's looking at it. She's like, no, just can I look at it? And I'm like, okay. So I showed her what I took videos of. And one of the videos I was commenting on how I saw like 9 non-citizen lines and just 1 citizen line. And I was gonna tell you guys, oh, it's really interesting because everybody around here looks Chinese like they're Taiwanese, but they're probably mainland Chinese people that are mainly coming into Taiwan. So I just wanted to comment on that. She first of all said I have to delete it because I can't take any videos of that area. But what really struck me was not the fact that she made me delete it, but when she looked at my other videos, there was one that I took prior to this. You'll see that I'm walking still in the line. She said I could still keep that. I mean, she was quite understanding and very friendly. I think she was one of the most friendliest immigration officers I've ever like come across. I mean, even Thailand, they're pretty friendly, but I think yeah, but they're like military people over there, so they would have probably made me delete everything. So and then we had like a really interesting like short conversation where she's like, oh, you're a vlogger, oh, where are you going? So that's really good. That left a really good impression on me. Another thing that Mayu pointed out is we noticed that all these people in line that are not Taiwanese, that look Taiwanese, you know, that are mainland Chinese people, they all had these like papers printed out, like they had to have a visa or something. And I'm like, Mayu, do we need a visa? Because I just assumed we didn't as an American or a Japanese. And then she said, no, you don't. And obviously you don't. We can come in visa free. But it was interesting how even Chinese people have to get a visa to come to Taiwan. But, you know, as an American and Japanese, we don't need to get a visa. So, yeah, Taiwan is very American friendly, I guess.
Later.
We are at the Taipei main station. This is where everything intersects. There's, okay, a lot of people here. But what really amazes me is it feels like there isn't that many people because everyone is so quiet. I don't even hear like random people just yelling at each other across the station, none of that. And this just totally changed my perception of Taiwan. I thought it would be like a very bustling, lively city, but it's very organized. Everyone is very quiet. I would say, yeah, I mean, Koreans would certainly be far louder. Even Thailand, you'll hear like kids yell at each other, one or two. I don't hear anybody yelling. I think I'm the loudest person here. Mayu, would you say this is quieter than Japan? Okay. Alright, so I haven't been to Japan, but Mayu says it's similar to Japan. Wow, look at that. So people on the right are waiting, and people on the left get to walk up because they're in a hurry.